Good morning, children. Welcome to biology session. Today, our topic is carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. So, it took 300 years to find out what are the simple inorganic compounds that are required for the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is nothing but preparation of food by their own. Plants do that. It is autotrophic nutrition, means it is self nutrition. Auto is self, trophic is nutrition. So, today let us see how carbon dioxide is essential for the process of photosynthesis. What happens if carbon dioxide is not there? Will the plant be able to produce starch or not? Let us go with the laboratory activity. So children, the aim of the experiment, as I already said you, when you are doing lab activity, there should be 5 headings along with diagram. Aim, materials required, procedure, observation and result. Along with that, you have to also give the diagrammatic representation of your lab activity. So aim of the experiment will be to prove that carbon dioxide is necessary for the process of photosynthesis. Materials required are destarched plant, potassium hydroxide solution, iodine solution, splitted cork in the mouth of the bottle. You have to insert. So let's go with these questions. So before starting the lab activity, before the explanation, I wanted to clear all your queries. How to destarch a plant? What is the purpose of using potassium hydroxide solution in this experiment? Why iodine is used here? If you know these three answers, then it will be very easy for you to understand the experiment. Let's go with the first question. How to destarch a plant? Why to destarch? So, we need to keep the plant in a dark for nearly 3 days to remove the starch, children. By placing the plant in dark, the starch is removed from the leaves. See, we have to keep the plant in a dark. Why we are removing it? Why we are removing starch from this experiment? Because we are not giving them enough carbon dioxide and it is losing the starch. Again, when this whole apparatus is kept in the sunlight, will be able to again perform the photosynthesis, and again it is giving starch or not, that we are going to observe. That is the reason we have to destarch, and this is the process of destarching the plant, removing the starch by keeping it in dark. Next one, coming to potassium hydroxide solution. So in this experiment, it is used because it absorbs carbon dioxide. First, we are going to destarch the plant. Then we are going to remove the carbon dioxide. Then we will see whether it is able to do the photosynthesis, whether it is able to produce the starch or not. So potassium hydroxide absorbs carbon dioxide. Next important one is reagent used to test the presence of starch is iodine solution. If you apply 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution to the leaf, if it changes into blue-black color, that means it contains starch. If it do not change into blue-black color, it is pale color as usual, then we can confirm that there is no starch present in that particular leaf. So if you know this, then we can move further procedure, and already we have discussed presence of starch experiment. So in this, iodine solution is used. Very important reagent used to test the presence of starch is iodine, remember. Next one, coming to the procedure. So take a wide mouth transparent bottle, children. So put potassium hydroxide pellets or potassium hydroxide solution in the bottle as shown in the figure. Why potassium hydroxide? As I already said you, it absorbs carbon dioxide. Next, insert the splitted cork in the mouth of the bottle. So on the top of the bottle you have an opening, isn't it? In that way opening. So we are going to insert a cork which is in this much thick it will be. We have to insert the cork like this, and there will be some space in it is a rubber cork. There will be some space to insert the leaf. So insert one leaf of discharged plant into the transparent bottle containing potassium hydroxide pellets. Leave the plant in sunlight. So set the apparatus in this way, children, and leave the plant in sunlight. And hence it is also known as half-leaf experiment or Moll's half-leaf experiment. Sorry, it is Moll's half-leaf experiment or carbon dioxide necessary for photosynthesis. Clear, children? Yes, in this way. So we have discharged, we have arranged everything. We kept bottle, inserted half leaf. Bottle contains potassium hydroxide solution. Leave it in the sunlight. Observation. So after that, what we observe? So when we do the iodine test, we observe that the leaf part which was exposed to the atmospheric air and light becomes bluish black, and the one inside the bottle containing potassium hydroxide which absorbs carbon dioxide in the bottle remains colorless. That means the half leaf which is present inside the bottle is not getting any carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, because already we have kept potassium hydroxide solution. So it is absorbing all the carbon dioxide. That means when we do the test, this leaf which is not having carbon dioxide did not change into blue-black color. That means starch is not produced here. That means we can confirm that without carbon dioxide, it do not perform photosynthesis. Final one is result. So hence the leaf part which was exposed to the atmospheric air and light becomes bluish black, proving that carbon dioxide is necessary for the process of photosynthesis. The leaf which is inside the bottle will not change its color. It will never become bluish blue black, because carbon dioxide is not there. Potassium hydroxide is absorbing all the carbon dioxide. So see the equation, children: sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, these all things helps in the process of photosynthesis. The end products will be glucose and oxygen. Oxygen is liberating out of the photosynthetic equation, was proposed by Robert Hill. Okay. Yes, so I hope you understood the experiment, children. I hope you understood the experiment. Now, coming to the class task. So today's class task is, how can you discharge a plant? What is the observation noted in this experiment? From where do plants get carbon dioxide? I hope you understood the experiment. Thank you.